He did it. He really did it.
All right, so what we have here is a two-way go, right? We got one setup going up. We got one setup coming down. Modify this, take the 625. We get past there, awesome. If not, we just took a $625 trade, right? Now, what is this that I have set up here? Well, if things go the way that they're supposed to go and they shift back up to up there, then I got a trade set up to risk me. I'll risk 1,000 because I'm already up 1,000 or whatever, but I'll risk 1,000 here. Modify that. That's a $2 pass the high. Let me refresh this so you guys can see it. So that's $2 over the high. I'm not worried about going up to this wick just yet, unless we hit 830. But we're just talking about the high of right here. So that's $3 over the high, $2 over this high right here. Let's zoom in. And the trade that we have set up, obviously this is 10 contracts looking for $2,500. So a $5.5 move. Getting into this wick right here. Honestly, I should be getting in around here and risking this up here, but I don't like risking that. I'd rather get in at this wick. And the reason that I'm not worried about going way past that is because the honest level is about right here. So if we do wick back up and come back up to that level, the reason that that is there is because that's 55.30. People like even levels for the pullbacks and things like that, but we're making some good trades this morning. We're up a decent amount. And yeah, we are doing 10 contracts right now, so we're taking $500-$600 here pretty much. And we did trade the middle of the current hour, but we had already pushed up from right there, and we just kept bouncing off of this little point here. So I just took a couple of trades on the bounces. So now we're gonna go back in and continue the review, right? Notice where I got out is the perfect time to get out. We went right back down, we came right back to it, and that's just the range. If the range is at $3, then cool. I got in part of the way up to $3 at exactly this point right here where we became even with all of these levels. Took my trade to the upside, got out on the pullback. Now this next candle has done the exact same thing as the previous candle, but one of these candles is going to have to break out to the upside, and that is why I have this order set up where I can make another $2,500. Now, if I was to reduce this, I can just right click on this and modify, and let's just change it to 2 contracts and then click modify there. Now, the reason that 2 contracts is so good is because I can risk $500 and not really have to worry about ever hitting either of these levels. Like if we go to the 15 minutes, and you give yourself a lot more leeway. And I can also modify this, and now I can move this down to here where I'll still make the $2,000, and yes, it will take longer, but I'm more confident about that play, right? Now, if I wanted to be very responsible, I would cut this in about half to about right here so that I'm just inside of this. Actually, modify that. I would just go for the 1,000. So 1125 is a good play. Keep it right here at these equal levels. If I wanted to go for the 1,000, I'd put it right here and play it safe. You know, we get up there, boom, we bounce in. It's a 2-to-1 play. We're trying to get $1,000. We're risking the 500. 500's most likely to be hit. And then, of course, as we start to move down, I put my thing right here, and that's $500. And then you've already made, as soon as you get down to about halfway, you're already at $500 right here. We're going to push down to the normal area. That's going to give you 825. We push down to these wicks here. That's 1150. And you can just keep taking your take profit and sliding it down and pulling your stop loss behind it. You know, so that's a couple of ways that I set up trades. But as you can see, we've ran that exact system from where I said we were, where I took the trade with the 10 contracts. And we're doing the exact same thing to the upside there. I got myself inside of this wick. You want to be inside the wick in case there is a pullback before the wick happens. The 55.30 is the important like psychological area, but the 59.25 it'll give you 75 cents of leeway, that which will put you at negative 75 if we push up in there. You know, and the reason that I'm confident we're not going to go much higher above that is if you just refresh. We're above the highest point that it was on Thursday. So, you know, I'm not too worried about breaking out of that today in the morning. Later on today, for sure, but not right now. Sorry about the AC. But what do we understand here? That we're trying to get $1,000. There's 375. There's 5 on the next tick. We're trying to get $1,000. It's a $2 move is all we're looking for. We entered our trade at the right time. We had the right amount of pullback. This is the two-way go that I was talking about. Wicked up a little bit on the 1 minute to exactly where I thought it would wick up, but we're still in there. We're still good. And now we're just waiting for this push down to the 55.28, 75 at this point. Struggling to get down there, but the confidence inspiring thing is that we broke this level here, right? And we came down to the 23 EMA. Now, once we break that 23 EMA and we hit here, this should be $1,000. I'll gladly take that. If we get down that extra tick that I'm looking for, it'll be 11.25. You're going to see it go negative. You can't be nervous. You got to be patient. You know, you understand your risk to reward. And you just let it ride. If you got to take 375, you got to take 375. Like, if it's just not going past there, you got to take what you got to take. But sometimes you just got to trust the technical analysis. Eventually, this thing will break. We are at 8:47. I don't want to have to wait 13 friggin' minutes for it to happen. Preferably, it happens right now. Let's give it 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes before 8:50. Break that level right there. Break that resistance. Break that support level. Yes, we broke the support level. 625. Let's go. That's 750 right there. Keep going. Keep going. Give me my 1,000. Give me my 1,000 before you pull back. This thing's going my way. You know, either way, the trade's going my way with pullbacks or no pullbacks. As long as we stay in this downward trajectory, we're good. I'm mad they gave me the 650 and didn't just go ahead and break my stop limit to the $1,000. There's 500. That's a $4 move in our favor. There's 625. So we're wavering about 500 to 625. You'll ask yourself the question, like, do I get out of this trade right here? Or do I trust it? I'm going to try to be patient, but listen, $500, 625 is a great day. There's 625 strong and hold. Come on, push. All we need is a few more ticks to hit where we're at. There we go. Now, if we can't break that 625, if it looks like it's having a really hard time with the 625 because it's at this equal level right here, I'll take the 625. I'd like to see us come on down through there, you know, but 625 is looking too good to pass up on. So let's go ahead and slide down to 625 as our first take profit now. There's 750. 750's right there. Let's go ahead and move back to our initial area. 750 is a good trade too, but let's get the 1,000. There's 875. We're doing what we're supposed to do. Yeah, let's take it. Let's be confident. 2 more ticks. There it is. There's 1,000. That's $2 in our favor. Give me 1 more tick so I can modify. 1 more tick to modify. 1,375, 1,500. Modify to there. Taking the 1,375 no matter what. 1,500, 1,600. We're about to hit our take profit of 2,500 here in a second. 1,750, 1,850. Listen, I promise you guys you're gonna get this good. You're gonna understand these trades soon enough. $2,000. Can we get 2,500? We just sold out at take profit. We just sold out at take profit over $2,000. I can't explain to you how good it feels to get here. We're gonna go ahead and close that out. I'm not sure why that's not closing. We'll close that out. That was a damn good trade, guys. We got in up there. We sold partial right here. We sold the rest down there. That's $2,200 because I don't know why it didn't sell out. I don't know why it didn't sell. That was weird. But we just got $2,200 off of that trade. And that's just the two-way go that I talked about earlier. We take it to the upside, sell out right there. We set our trade up early this morning with the 10 contracts. And then it ran the play, and it ran the play beautifully, guys. And it only took, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 partial sell. It took 10 minutes, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was super duper dope. Listen, you're going to get there. Keep practicing every day. Learn one stock. Let's go to the 5-minute 200 EMA. We're still coming down some, We're still coming down a lot there. Learn one stock and you'll be able to make a $2,000 trade in no time. And look at that. We clearly hit the $2,500. Okay, so we did sell out on the pullback just then, so we only made $1,956. Either way, phenomenal trade. This first pullback sold 7 contracts. I don't know why it got all finicky and wouldn't sell the rest of the contracts, but then we sold the other 3 down here. So the pullback initially sold 7, and we were seeing 7, it was reading incorrectly, and then the rest of it sold 3. So had we sold all 10 right here instead of at the pullback, then we would have made $2,500. Instead, we made $1,956, which is $2,000. That's whatever. Potato. I made $1,500 plus $2,000, so $3,500 through all of my trades this morning. I can't complain. So a further review of our two-way go. As you can see, we're breaking down towards the 1 minute 200 EMA, and this is what happens all the time. We had a little bit of a pullback, so we got out. We got out at the perfect time, okay? We did get another little leg of about $2 or whatever, but we did get out at the right time. We got out before the pullback happens. Get down here to 24. Let's see when we sold out. We sold out at 26, so we sold out about $2 earlier than we needed to. We would have made the full $2,500, but that's kind of part of my strategy of locking in the profit. I don't want to get hit by a pullback, so I'm going to continue to slide my stop loss, and I keep it very tight during the move. Yes, we ended up making $3,000 total if we would have waited it out, but why would I risk my guaranteed $2,000 for a chance at making $1,000? Because this could have just as easily ran all the way back up. But we were correct in our analysis. It's going to make its way down to the 200 EMA for the 1 minute, which will put you right in line with this right here. And I don't know. It happens a lot. That's all I can say is it happens a lot. You'll start to see it as well. It just takes practice to get to this point. We're almost at 9 o'clock. We are at 8:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 o'clock, this thing can go dramatically down or it can go dramatically up, which is why I exit my trades as soon as possible towards the end. When you get a nice push down like that, just accept profit. You don't have to make the maximum amount in every single trade. That would be fantastic, but make your money when it's guaranteed. Like when you're in this choppy area right there, take your little trades. Like you saw me testing trades all morning long. These are all test trades to get me to here where I figure out what the range is. And there we go. We just kissed the 200 EMA. Where's the one for the 5 minute? The one for the 5 minutes way down here. The one for the 15 minute is all the way below this. So we'll probably eventually come down to the 15 minute as well. But so now going forward, beautiful example. We hit 9 a.m. right here, right? 9 a.m. broke below the 200 EMA for the 1 minute, which means that now we're going towards the 200 EMA on the 5 minute. We're almost there. Why is this working? Well, you had 3 chances to enter. You could have been in already like I was. You could have got in under the 200 EMA on the pullback here. You could have got in under the 200 EMA on the pullback there. And now we're going down another several dollars towards the 5 minute 200 EMA. Now, what they understand with these 200 EMAs, the thing to understand is they're telling you that the overall trend is above the 200 EMA, but there's room to the downside. Okay, so we're trending up overall. We've been all the way up, but there's plenty of room to the downside for a decent pullback. So on the 5 minutes, you're about $1.50 off of it. On the 15 minutes, you're about $10 off of it. The 15 minutes is less likely. So what will happen is it will start to shift up towards this 5508 here, but it's the trend's doing what the trend does. We trend it all the way up, we consolidate it, and how do you know this consolidation is going to go down, right? Normal consolidation goes up. Well, because you wicked out a high and you never went back up to that high, so technically it started trending down, consolidated, finally broke out to the downside. All right, pushed up, pushed down, push back up. This is really not consolidation. It's more of a pushing up, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down, and then finally pushing up. And then boom, consolidate, push up to the upside the rest of the way, and then fell back down. And so now we're approaching the 5 minute 200 EMA very cleanly, by the way, very cleanly. And you'll just start to see this area right here is an area of support. That's why the 200 EMA has moved up to right there. Very simple technical analysis, happens a lot. And all you're trying to do is do things that happen a lot. If you do things that happen a lot, you'll win more often than you lose because you're just following trends. Trends of what happens, trends is the direction that the candles are taking. You're following trends. You know, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. That's it for today. I don't want these to be too long. Just to give you a general understanding. My next trade will come at 9:30. If it's something good, then I'll go ahead and shoot another video for you. I want you guys to remember I set this trade up this morning. We're almost at $3,000. I'm going to close out because we're pulling back. I also, $1,000. I set that trade up this morning, forgot about it, just came back to it. Darn near hit take profit. So that puts us at $2,950. Just like that. Just like that. And as always, guys, take the easy money.